Hello, my name is Vince. Welcome to Yin Yoga. For this class, you'll need props like bolsters and blocks. Let's just take a few moments to turn inwards, to notice our minds, our hearts, our bodies. And if you notice any negative feeling, just let it go. If you notice that you're carrying over something from the past, allow it to be released like a bird. Just allow it to fly. Allow it to go. When we let go of all of these thoughts, memories, feelings from the past, we allow beautiful, fresh, new thoughts and feelings to grow within our hearts. So with each inhale, welcome the new. And with each exhale, release the old. I'd like to invite you to set an intention for your practice. And keep that intention in your heart as we journey together. Can you kindly bring your legs out to the sides like a letter V, coming into this dragonfly shape? You can bend your knees if needed. If it's too much for you, you can also place props under the knees, soft props or blocks. You can step the feet on the mat if that's how your body will allow you to come into this shape. If it's too much for you, you may have spread your legs too much. You can just bring the legs closer together. We will fold forward, coming into our straddle pose. Come down on your hands, on your forearms. Allow your spine to round. Have your props ready so that you can support your forehead as you fold forward and down. This is very therapeutic for the tissues of the inner legs, maybe even the inner knees. Prioritize nurturing your body. Prioritize loving your body. So if there's something that feels too intense, you can back off. You can lower the intensity. You can release. I know this isn't a comfortable position, but suffering is optional. Try to breathe in compassion, kindness in those areas of tension. Imagine an improvement in the tissues along the inner legs, how they are lengthened, how they are being released. Feel also the release in the lower back, maybe the middle back, the shoulders. Just try to relax, try to soften. A lot of times in our life we focus on the doing, on our tasks, but it's also good to try to remind ourselves of our being. How are we showing up? How are we being our best in our multiple roles? Like a parent, a sibling, a friend, a partner. It's good to ask ourselves sometimes, what is really our role? And how best to live that role. Sometimes what the role requires for us is just to show up. Just to be there, just to be that listening ear. Just to be that tender shoulder to lean on. Take an inhale. Slowly walk the hands closer to you. We'll come out of this pose. You can place your hands behind you and feel the fragility in your body. Feel the release. Just lean back. Give yourself credit for showing up on your mats. Just being here for ourselves. So listen carefully. You're going to just try to help your right leg. Move that right leg towards the center of both legs earlier. So this is quite a peculiar pose, quite new for a lot of yinsters. Imagine it as a variation of your sleeping swan for the legs, but instead of targeting the glutes, we'll be targeting the back, maybe even the sides of the legs. So keep the right leg as it is, and we're going to swing our left leg back. Just try to swing that left leg as far back as we can. So we'll try to keep our right leg as extended as it can be. Of course, if it bends, that's fine. We're going to walk our left hand towards the right side, so thread that left arm under the right so that we also give a nice outer shoulder release. And then we'll slowly come down, resting our forehead on the right forearm. So your left hand is pointing towards the right side, and the right foot is pointing towards the left. So notice that opposite direction movement. Notice the tension at the back, maybe even the sides of the right thigh. Try not to collapse and fall to the right side. Try to feel the stress that your outer left shoulder is feeling. So a lot of stress in our different joints, our hips, our shoulders. Notice also a rotation on the spine, a stretch at the tissues of our legs. Again, prioritize self-care here. If there's something that feels injurious, if the cues, the pose is not working for your body,
just let go, just release. Exercise free will. You can lie down. You can just relax. What's important is to take this time to be with yourself. When we are with ourselves, when we spend this time with ourselves, we can get to know more of ourselves. We'll get to know what is inside of us. If we observe a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, we'll notice that this is also what comes out from us. If we notice that there are a lot of things that we are thankful for, that we are happy, then this joy is what we share with others. Nothing that you need to really judge or attach to. This is all part of our humanness, part of who we are. Of course, as much as possible, we try to release, we try to let go, because this is what works, this is what benefits, this is what improves. But as a human being, we also have this privilege of feeling. Slowly, we'll lean on the right forearm, we'll release the left arm, and then we'll gently make our way to lie down on our back just to release. Extend your legs, feel the fragility on your body. Watch and allow emotions, thoughts flow, and just rest here for a few moments and just release. In Yin Yoga, we try to simulate stress on our joints, to try to strengthen our joints, to try to lubricate our joints. To try to allow our joints to marinate in our blood, in all those good substances within. Hyaluronic acid, hydration, cleansing takes place. When you're ready, can you step your feet on the mat? And then we'll gently windshield wiper our knees from side to side. Can you hug your knees to your chest? Can you bring your right arm up and slowly allow the knees to come down on the right side? Use your right arm as your pillow. And when you're ready, use your left hand to slowly push your body to come up. Now we will extend our legs again to the sides. Form that letter V. Gently we'll come down on the right leg. Folding forward, allowing our forehead to come down to where the right knee is. You can grab props. Can be your bolsters. You can place the bolster on top of the right leg. It can be your bolster. It can also be a block or two. Or you can create a table with your props. placing a block on each side and a bolster on top. Imagine your right heel moving away from you, feeling that lengthening at the back of the right leg, feeling the release on the sides of the spine. Just breathing, just relaxing. You can bend the right knee if it's too much for you. Prioritize self-care and self-love. Part of being human is opening our heart and being willing to hold sorrows and joy. Part of being human is also giving us permission to be happy, to feel happy, to share happiness. I guess what's important is taking time to connect with our deepest values so that we can live those values. And so that we can put things into perspective. Why do we do bad things and sad things if what we want is to be happy? Slowly use your hands, gently prop yourselves up. You can place your hands behind you, you can lean back. Notice the silence in your mind and in your heart, allowing us to see the beauty of this stillness and how healthy it is for our heart, for our soul. We'll move our props on the left leg. If you place that table on top of the left knee, that would be good. Or maybe just a bolster or a block. Then we'll allow our spine to round. We'll fold forward towards the left knee, just resting our arms beside us, feeling the release on the sides of our body. Continue to feel the release on the inner legs. Simple poses, but very profound effects on our body. Very deep stresses and stretches on our legs, on our spine. It's like giving ourselves a full body massage and stretch. Just continue to feel being here. Imagine the heels moving away from you, especially the left heel, so that you can feel that nice stress to lengthen the back of your left leg. It's like receiving a full back body stretch here. Try to soften, try to relax. On your next breath, we'll slowly come out of this pose using our hands, walking our hands closer to us, setting the props aside, and then we just lean back for a few moments to release.
Now we're going to move our left leg, place it in the center of our two legs, so right in front of us. Just move that left leg. And then we'll gently swing our right leg back, as far back as we can. With our left hand, our left arm in front of us, we will walk our right hand under that left arm towards the left side. And then we'll place the left forearm in front of us so that we can rest our forehead on our forearm. Feel the stress on the outer right shoulder. Feel the sensations at the back of your left leg. You can gaze towards the left shoulder or just rest your forehead on the left forearm. Notice the stress in multiple parts of your body. Can you try to relax your face? Can you try to relax your neck, your shoulders? Can you try to relax your chest, your belly, your groin? Can you try to relax your legs and your feet? Feel the sensations on the legs, on the spine, on the belly. There's this massage happening on your digestive organs. There's good stress happening along the tissues of the spine. There's this very healthy stress to release tight shoulders. And the more you relax your muscles and quiet your muscles, the more these joints are given space to receive the benefits of this shape. Notice if there's any injurious sensation. Notice if there are parts of your body that are being released for the first time. Sometimes the only way out of an emotion is through it. So part of the process of releasing is experiencing, watching the emotion blossom until it gets released. Sometimes the suppression is not good for us. It's like gas, it needs to be released. On your next breath, we'll lean on the left forearm, on our left hand. We'll push that left hand so that we can release the right leg. And then we'll relax our right foot, our right leg, and then gently bring the legs together and vertebrae by vertebrae
We will lie down on our back. Just feel the rebound. Feel the fragility in your body, the release here. Just notice your breath. Can you step the feet on the mat? And then we'll gently windshield wiper our knees from side to side. We're going to create a diamond shape with our legs, bring the soles of our feet together. So if you have two props, it would be good to support the knees. Just place that block under the knees or under the thighs. The heels don't have to be too close to your groin. And can you place your hands behind the head? Like you're watching the moon or the sun on the beach. On your next breath, we're going to side bend towards the right side. So we're going to try to bring our right elbow close to the right thigh or right knee. And maybe we point the left elbow upwards. Try to relax your face. Try to relax your neck. Try to notice how we're releasing our leg tissues. We're releasing the tissues of the groin. We're opening up our legs, our hips, and the left side of our body. Give yourself permission to be open. Give yourself permission to receive. Give yourself permission to soften, to be vulnerable, to fully experience how it feels to be human. Feeling this safe space, being in the moment, fully present, right here, right now. Nowhere to go, nothing to achieve, just experiencing life in stillness, in awareness, and in consciousness. Just practicing on our mat mindfulness that we will bring and share with others. Slowly we'll bring our head, our arms back to center. Just rest here for a few moments. Allowing your tissues to revert to their original shape. And when you're ready, you'll try to side bend towards the left side, bringing your left elbow closer to the left thigh or left knee. Coming into a side bend to open up the right side of your body. Relaxing your gaze towards the ceiling. Relaxing your neck. Just feeling the space on the right side. Continue to feel the softness in your legs, in the groin. Softness in the belly. Notice your mind silent, calm and still. Continue to try to declutter, try to clear and empty the mind. Release and let go of any negativity in our mind that causes our internal disability, limitations, and blockages. Hopefully, this yin journey has helped you rest your mind, rest your body. Many times, even when we try to sleep at night, our mind is racing and prevents our body from being able to rest. And then we wake up with low energy and high stress. Sometimes you can't help it that our mind fills our being with so much negativity like worry, hate, fear, and stress. Sometimes our mind keeps on replaying past events and placing a negative meaning on people, events, circumstance, and it just makes us feel worse and we can't move on. We can try to replace that negativity with positive thoughts of gratefulness, of being alive. Reminding ourselves of our dreams, of our aspirations. Looking inwards into our limitless potential and how strong we have developed to be through the years, through all of the challenges, through all of the things that we have experienced. And as we find these gems, these precious strengths, these abilities within, notice how it would be easier to share this, to give ourselves. When we know what we have, when we feel abundance, it's so much easier to give. Give ourselves, be generous with what we have. Share all the kindness, love, and compassion in our hearts. And whatever happiness that you feel, you would want others to feel as well. That joy in your heart, such a good feeling, that bliss, that happiness, that appreciation, that gratefulness.
You will never know how blessed you are until you acknowledge it, until you see it, until you feel it. And then it multiplies. Slowly we'll bring our arms, our head back to center. We'll place our hands on the outside of our thighs, and then we'll gently try to bring our knees together, step our feet wide apart, bringing our legs into an X shape, kissing our knees together. You can place your hands one on top of the belly, one on top of the chest, and just feel your heartbeat. Feel the expansion with each inhale and how the belly drops back into the midline with each out breath. Feel your body, feel fully alive, and feel that gratitude envelope your being. Can you bring your knees closer to the chest? Hug the knees to your chest. Can you bring your arms out to the sides and allow the knees to just gently come down on the right side? You can gaze towards the ceiling or towards the left side. You can bring your arms up overhead. We're in this reclined twist. Notice how it feels good when you cultivate goodness. Notice how bad you feel when you cultivate badness. Notice the contrasts in life, how we can choose good or bad, bright or dark, how we can be either instruments to bring cheerfulness at home or misery, how we can be a mentor to those younger, junior, more dependent on us, or how we can be a tormentor. Depends on the choices of how we use our mind, how we use our words, our actions, ourselves. Even our emotions are contagious. But of course, it's difficult to control our emotions, but we can always control how we choose to act. How we choose positivity versus negativity. How we choose forgiveness. How we choose moving on versus holding back. Relax. Tell your nervous system that it is safe. Tell your body that you love it. Tell yourself that everything will be okay. It's hard to draw out positivity when we don't feel safe, when we are on our toes, when we are guarded, defensive, judgmental. How rewarding would it be to drop all of these barriers, these blockages, and it starts with awareness of what's inside the body, how we explore our inner life through awareness, through consciousness, how we investigate and dig deep on the sensations, on the feelings, on the emotions.
Slowly bring the arms beside you. Gently we'll bring the knees back to center. Just do this slowly, don't rush. You can hug the knees to the chest, and at your own time, we'll allow our knees to come down on the left side. So you can do it gently. You can move your hips to the right as you bring your knees to the left. You can bring your arms out to the sides or up and overhead. You can support your legs, placing a prop under or in between the knees. Feel the space that you have created. Give yourself credit for being fully here. Allow yourself to release. Don't attach to anything that your mind and heart can no longer process. Just allow that natural healing to take place. That healing coming from your inner wisdom, inner knowledge. Inner intuition, and all our inner gifts as a human being. Gifts that we don't see, but we can only feel. Gently we'll bring our arms beside us, and when you're ready, we'll bring the knees back to center. Just do it slowly, no rush. You can do any last movement that your body is craving for. You can hug the knees to your chest again. You can bring the knees closer to the armpits. Bend your knees, reach for the shins, the ankles, the feet. Come into a happy baby pose. You can move from side to side. You can lift your legs up,
Straighten the legs if that is what the body is asking for. But if you like to already come on to your Savasana, just extend your legs. You can place props under the knees. That should feel really good. Bring the arms beside you. Let go and take rest. Come into what we call in yoga our Savasana. Slowly bring awareness back into your body. Take a deep breath. Can you gently introduce movements to your fingers and toes? Can you rotate your ankles and wrists? Can you move your head from side to side? Can you bring your arms up overhead? Can you bring the legs together and point the toes? Give yourself a nice long stretch. And then can you bend your knees, step your feet on the mat, place your right hand on your belly, come into a fetal position, facing the left side, using your left arm as your pillow. Use your right hand, slowly push your body to come up. We'll face front to seal our practice. Compare how you feel to how we started. Do you feel good? Thank you for allowing me to serve you. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you. The light in me bows down to the light in you. I wish you an abundance of health, wealth, happiness, peace, love, joy, all the good things to flow into your lives, into your hearts, and into your homes. Please stay safe. Please stay strong. Namaste.